Okay, Rage. I could have gone Goblin Curse, but either way, like, oh, great Bomber to block that, and now I think we literally just won. Mega Knight players! Mega Knight players! Lose the game in 40 seconds. Ooh, what is up, gamers? I'm just gonna come right out and say, this might be the lowest skill deck that I have played in months. And I play a lot of no-skill decks. But as I'm sure you're aware, there's always that one brain-dead deck every single season. And if you're wondering what the brain-dead deck was for this season, it's this deck right here. I genuinely feel like this deck archetype is the new Elixir Golem. And I think most of you know what I mean by that. So in today's video, we're going to be 3-crowning our opponents all video long with this super easy, disgusting no-skill deck. My only warning to you all when you use this deck, just make sure you wash your hands before and after you play it, because it is that nasty. But not as nasty as my channel members. Thank you so much for being a member of my channel. I appreciate you so much. And to everyone else watching, I would appreciate it so much if you considered subscribing to the channel, because it helps me immensely. Thank you for your consideration. And consider this yap session over. Let's get into the gameplay. All right, dude, first match of the video. The newest no skill deck is here. And when I say no skill, I definitely mean minimum skill. I genuinely think this deck is better than, well, maybe not better, but like no skillier than, bro, come on. I was gonna say then, Elixir Golem. All right, so we're in a tower trade situation. I mean, we have to trade towers here, please. Please. Yeah, we're good. We're good, we're good. Yeah, so tower trade situation, the good thing about this deck is, like, you always kind of have an advantage in a 2-tower scenario. At least I feel that way. Oh, come on, clip it. Oh, darn. If I would have clipped the Dark Goblin, we actually would have gotten so much more damage. But nonetheless, I think we're fine. Whether this guy knows it or not, you don't really want to go into a 2-tower scenario against my deck. Any sort of beatdown, Golem, Giant, this deck, you always kind of have the advantage in a 2-tower state. So I'm glad that I had my Rage in hand. It was unfortunate I didn't have my Inferno Dragon in hand for that balloon, but I'm not super worried about it. Let's go ahead and get this Bomber down here. My guy. Okay. Crazy plays. Inferno's going to do a really good job taking care of the balloon. Should only get one shot, if anything. Yeah, it doesn't actually get any shots, so that's good. Always trying to keep our Inferno Dragon in cycle here. I'm going to have my Rage hovered. I don't think he's going to go for it, but I'm thinking of just going for a quick Rage here. Maybe we can sneak it onto the tower. Let's go. It's actually going to do so much damage. Oh, he wasn't ready for the Rage. Let's go. We just took half of his tower, like, really without even having to try, which is nice. I'll probably just let this go. I kind of need to conserve a little bit of Elixir for a Lumberjack, and that's fine. He kind of feeds me here. Let's have the Bomber to support this if he goes in with the Skarmy. Nice. Okay, at least we made it so he couldn't go in for the Skeleton Army there. The Boss Bandit is actually going to do a lot of DPS down to that Mega Knight, so I'm not even really worried about it. Good to know that he has Mega Knight, Lumberjack, Balloon. Like, it's just a crazy deck. Alright. So like I said, from this position, we really are okay. I don't 100% know what his answers are to the Inferno Dragon, but we haven't seen anything really that crazy yet. So let's go ahead and go in and have our Rage ready for the, yep, exactly. I could go Goblin Curse, but honestly, I don't need to, and it's like too slow. I don't know if that makes sense. So I don't really want to do it. And now you can see this Mega Knight, this entire Mega Knight just got shredded, so I'm chilling. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's do this. And I might go Goblin Giant in the pocket. Like I said, I just always need to have like my Rage ready. And that might have seemed like a good play at the time, but he's going to have trouble defending this now, especially when I get the Rage off. There's really nothing that he can do. So let's get the Rage off. We can arrows here, and this is going to be tower down. So that was what I was talking about. Like in a 2-tower match, there was really nothing he can do. He can maybe go Lumber Loon in the pocket here, but the balloon's not going to reach in time. So really easy match there. Again, very minimal skill. You can see I lost my tower in the first 10 seconds, and I knew I was going to win. So we're going to hold it. I'll see y'all in the next match. All right, next game here against Teat. For those of you that have been watching for a while, you obviously know this isn't my normal setup. I know the camera looks kind of scuffed, but I'll be back at my normal setup in a little bit, like a few days. Yeah, let's see. Maybe he'll go for the gang here. Oh, this deck. All right, we're going to get at least one shot, maybe two. Probably only one, though. Nah, that's actually decent. I'll take that damage all day, baby. Let's watch out for the barrel. We'll have our Boss Bandit down low and then Bomber like this. Oh, and unfortunately, my Boss Bandit does not dash, so that's okay. I'm going to have my Curse ready here. Curse Rage actually could be the move if he goes for, like, his Swarm. Yeah, let's go Curse Rage. My boy's not going to be ready for it. Ah, Valkyrie does get down, though. We tried. Cat's out of the bag. We tried to get him with some cheese, and it didn't work. I'll have my Eye Dragon ready if he goes Princess at the bridge. This should be a pretty good matchup for us. Yeah, let's go like this. We are super ready for it. The only thing is he has a really fast cycle, so I really need to save my arrows for the Dark Goblin offensively. Ooh. Good defense by him. Again, I'm going to try and defend with troops whenever I can. I think it's a good use of my elixir, trying to save my spells for offense. I think that's what I see people do wrong a lot of times with this deck, is defending with spells. Obviously, if you don't have a good hand, you can defend with spells, but it's better to use those on offense. Okay, so he just used his Valkyrie. So I'm curious how he defends like a push like this when I have Goblin Curse and Rage, because I can arrows the Dark Goblin. Oh, he does have a building. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I'm still going to rage this up, though. It should do really, really good, honestly. We're going to have arrows ready, or we're going to have gang ready. Nice. And look at all that damage that we got just from chipping on the tower. That's great here. Okay, we're going to have Boss Bandit ready. Yeah, he says, wow. He probably didn't expect us to get that much damage. I honestly didn't either. Evo Barrel is one thing that we need to be careful about. Okay, let's go ahead and wait here and go like arrows like this. Yeah, I don't know if I could have done much better, TBH. We're going to get this down here. And I'm going to Goblin Curse, and I am actually going to Rage to try and just sneak this Dark Goblin onto the tower. Nice. Come on, come on, come on. Arrow. Nope. Yeah, he's cooked. Let's go, dude. I told you. Brain Rot. Easy deck. This deck is free. Okay, in this scenario, you can go for arrows because you don't have anything here. Inferno Dragon clogging the lane. This is what I'm talking about, man. I can see why a lot of people would struggle with this matchup, but we're chilling right now. He doesn't have an Evo Barrel anymore. So we're just going to go Goblin Machine, close this lane down. Boss Bandit over here, as well as a Bomber. And we're chilling like a villain. I do like that deck from him. If he could have, you know, played a little more defensive, I think he could have won this match. But we look great right now, so I'm not worried about it. Very good, very good. Just need to watch out for like a sneaky Princess. I have arrows in hand here for a barrel. That's really the only way that he breaks through. So GG's to that guy, but we definitely played it a little bit better and we deserve to win. So that's the power of this no-skill deck. We'll see you in the next game. All right, next match here against Blue Blood. Honestly, in terms of decks that require brain power, this one just, it's kind of middle of the road. I mean, obviously all decks take like a degree of skill, but I feel like this deck is so forgiving, just generally speaking. I don't really want to cycle any of my cards, so I can just go for a Rage. Kind of see how they respond. I always get nervous when like they don't play anything, so for the content, I will just go and cycle my Goblin Giant. Never mind, I'll go for my Inferno Dragon. Kind of weird that someone's running Knight and doesn't want to cycle. All of my arrows ready for swarms, or my curse ready for like bats or something like that. It's probably Graveyard. It's kind of annoying, I'm going to be honest. Alright, let's go like this here. I want to support this. I might even go for a curse here on the Spear Goblin Hut. And then we're going to go like this with a Bomber. Okay, let's actually go arrows onto everything. Oh, can we cook the Bomber? Oh, I was trying to hit the Bomber. It doesn't matter though, we're fine. This isn't really going to do anything anyway. I might rage it up though and just try... Nah, never mind. Interesting. So I thought it was Graveyard. It is Goblin Drill instead. I guess some Goblin Drill decks run Spear Goblin Hut now. That's fair. So it'll be difficult for us as the match goes on, but we do have decent answers to Goblin Drill, like the Berry. I'm going to do this only because his hut is out of cycle, so he can't pull this in, so that much is nice. The only problem is I don't have answers like to the Dark Goblin. Yeah. I can't ignore this. I wish I had my Bomber in cycle, but I don't. Either way, this is going to be great for us. Let's go ahead and Rage. Come on. And not as much damage as I really thought we were going to get. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I thought we were going to get more damage. So good on him to pressure. If I had my Bomber in cycle, I could have supported that more. So that's maybe on me. Not really going in until I have my Bomber. This is going to do some decent damage though. So good plays by my opponent. Maybe a little too aggressive in single elixir, but I think this is going to get a little better for us as the match goes on. Alright, we're going to go chill here. Let's get this Bomber on the drill. The good thing is, like, when you have troops defending, you usually then can, like, build up a really nice counter push. So that's what we're going to try and do here. Is just, like, slam this lane with pressure. We have our Goblin Curse, we have our Rage. So let's go ahead and get the Goblin Curse down. And we're going to Rage onto everything. Nice. This should all die very, very quickly. We can arrows like this. Nice, nice, nice. Getting little Goblin minions down. Beautiful. Let's continue to support this. This push is not over yet. Nice. Nice. Dude, this is what I'm talking about. Rage everything up here. Yeah, dude. I told you this deck is so easy. Nice. That's great. That's great damage. That Inferno Dragon is full health. It's just melting his tower. Dude, oh my god. He's just going to get, like, eviscerated here. Look at this 3-crown coming. That's crazy, dude. That's the power of this deck. That's why I said it's a pretty no-skill deck. I kind of just spammed him there on the counter push of the Evo Drill. You can do the same. We're going to see in the next game. All right, next game here. That last game felt kind of dirty, I'm not going to lie. Like I said, fairly low skill required. So we're going to see. Whenever your opponents play into you, that's a good thing. So you kind of want to play reactive if you can. It's a little better. Hopefully it's not Expo, but I'm sure there are things we could do against Expo if they aren't playing well. Interesting. I'm really tempted actually to just like do this. And we'll see what happens. Nah. Nope. Alright, fair enough. At least this Inferno Dragon's gonna live. Good to know that he has Barbarians. I saw Archers and like 0% of me was expecting Barbarians. So I guess it's gonna be like a weird Lava Hound deck. I'm not really sure. So let's get this Goblin Machine down and just try and find out what the heck we're even up against. Barbarians, Archers, Miner. I mean, it looks like Lava Hound, 100%. But that's just going off looks. I think if I rage this up, it finishes off the Flying Machine. No, I didn't. Whatever. I was going to end up cycling something anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Interesting. Just a very, very strange deck. Let's try and get to our Evo Inferno Dragon while we get more information. Go. Interesting. Okay. My man's also playing like a super low skill deck. Alright. Fair enough. Hopefully we can get the Barbarians out here. That would be really nice. Nah, he saves it. That's actually a pretty smart play. But he's going to need so much damage, and he still needs to respond to the Inferno Dragon. Right? Surely he has to respond to the Inferno Dragon. What is this guy's deck, dude? I have no idea. Alright, let's get the machine down here. I don't want to go in when he has Evo Barbs in hand. Oh, or do I? Let's try it, actually. And let's support this with a berry because of the Barbarians. Because now this makes it, like, hella awkward for him to go for Barbarians, and he knows it. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't actually go for Barbarians. That's nice. Yeah, he goes Barbarians late. What the hell am I going to do? We're going to actually go crazy here on defense. Okay, that did not work the way that I wanted it to work. What? Dude, that did not work at all, low-key. Alright, tower down. I'll admit, maybe that wasn't my best idea, but that's fine. We're going to reset here. I just need to get back to another Eye Dragon, so I'm going to end up cycling a lot of my cheap cards to get back to my Eye Dragon. I can't super go in, though, just because of the Barbarians, so we'll see. Let's do this right now. Rage will take care of this Flying Machine, which is nice, and this will all get shredded. We're going to get the Curse down here as well. That's good. We actually do get the Barbarians out, so I'm tempted to go in the pocket here because he doesn't have Barbs. So let's go ahead and do this, and then go Bomber behind because he doesn't have Barbarians in cycle, and I don't think he can stop this without his Barbs, so that was kind of his fault for going in for those Barbarians. And good capitalization there. Could have gone either way. I definitely could have played it better, but just goes to show how easy this deck is. We'll see you in the next one. Alright, into our next game against this player. They got a top 1000 finish, but they don't know what deck I'm running. They don't realize. They don't realize what they're up against. Alright, let's go Bomber here. Evo Snowball is not what I like to see, generally speaking. Alright, well, he just threw away 4 Elixir, so I don't necessarily expect to break through, but I do expect, you know, that we can cycle and not get punished for it, so that's fine with me. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, no way he just gives up. No way he just gives up. No shot. What? He cycled 2 cards and then he just gave up? No shot, dude. There's no way this matchup is that bad. Okay, well, yep, wow, top, whatever, 200 player just gave up because he saw the matchup. Nice, okay, well, GG's. Alright, up here against Talal. Gonna see if we can just keep up this win streak, honestly. We're absolutely cooking with this deck. He's running Dagger Duchess. That's pretty bad. I still have mixed feelings about Tower Troops, man. I really don't think they were great for the game, and I don't know. Just kind of feels like another pay-to-win thing. But it's nice to see someone running something different. Let's try and catch him off guard here. Lol. Okay. Okay, well, somewhat. This is low-key just gonna get fried, which is nice. I might rage this up. I don't know if it's a good play. Oh my god. Okay, Rage. I could have gone Goblin Curse, but either way, like, oh, great Bomber to block that, and now I think we literally just won. Mega Knight players! Mega Knight players! Lose the game in 40 seconds. Mega Knight, Mega Knight, Mega Knight players. Okay, that was actually crazy, but what was he doing? What was he doing, man? This deck is so free sometimes. I don't really want to arrows it, but I will. It's all good. I just need to lock in and play defense here, but okay. Boss Bandit dash cancels out the Prince charge, which is nice. Yeah, that's an important interaction to know. Just another reason why she's absolutely busted. Let's do this. And Rage. And he can't afford a Mega Knight right away, so he's just going to eat this. Nice. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, she's thick, man. Boss Bandit has so much HP. I can't even believe that they nerfed her 3%. They gave her 3% HP nerf. Because that was the problem. Alright, let's relax. Let's relax here. No reason to get greedy. I can just cycle a bomber here. Just to avoid leaking. But I wouldn't be surprised if my man just threw in the towel. I feel like I would throw in the towel if it were me. But I'm not him. Alright, that's fine. I can ignore those TBH. And I'm actually just going to probably end up kiting the bandit. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that now. And then we're going to go late Eye Dragon here. And we should be okay. Never mind, I lied. We have to do something different. Let's get the berry down. These goblins are actually going to pop off. Low key, I could have done better in that situation, but it is what it is. We're still going to win, so it's fine. Okay. He's actually making well-informed decision after that horrible way of starting that he started the match. I'm going to go in here because he just wasted his Prince and very, very low on daggers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a reality where he stops this push, right? Surely. Yeah. All right. Well, GG's to that Mega Knight player, but also not really. They did not play very good, but at the same time, this deck takes no skill, so another easy win. We're going to play one more. All right, into likely the last match of the video. What else can I say about this deck that hasn't been said? You know what I mean? I feel like I've been talking about it. It's good. It's easy. It's the new Elixir Golem deck. If your opponent plays into you, great. Look at that. One Elixir Inferno Dragon. I'm going to get to cycle both of my Evos without fear. Well, honestly, you can take it, brother. You can take it. You can take it. We got work to do over here. Hopefully. Hopefully we got work to do. We'll see. Let's rage all this up. Alright, give me something. Yeah. Well. Would you look at that? Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm fine doing that because, like, typically in 2-tower matches, like, this deck always has... Not always, I shouldn't say always, but often this deck has an advantage in 2-tower games, especially against someone who's running, like, Dagger Duchess. I'm very inclined to do that. Unfortunately, this is going to get shredded. I'm going to poof it back, like, to save some of its health. I don't know if that was... I think that was a decent play, because now it's a little healthier. So, if you're ever in a tower trade situation, I usually would say, like, go for it with this deck. I think it's a decent play. Alright, we get the Monk out. I'm cool with that. Do need to be mindful of balloons. So let's get this Inferno Dragon down. And if he goes in, same thing. We can just apply pressure directly in the pocket. But I think he's probably just going to end up letting this go. Let's do this. The reason I like going in this lane is because then if he goes for a building, we can play something like right on it. Like as you can see, we go like right there. We get some stuff down directly on it. You're getting a little bit of chip on the tower. Nothing crazy because of that eye drag. But that's okay. Maybe these will cancel out. That would be nice. Yeah, damn near. Damn near going to cancel out. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Need to be careful of like a Lumber Loon in the pocket or something. Or he might just take a Chill Pill. Looks like he will just be chilling. He had to spend a lot on that defense, so can't say that I blame him. Part of me wants to just like go aggro and go in, but I don't think in this situation it's necessarily the best play. No, I lied. Let's do it. It's the worst that could happen. Alright, let's go ahead and, like, how does he stop this eye drag? Like, if I rage it up, you know what I mean? Right. Look at the eye drag. Look at the eye drag. Oh, it's on his eye drag, but mine's raged up, but mine's raged up, but mine's raged up. Oh, he wasn't ready for that. He wasn't ready for that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, dude. Got to know when to go in. I got to give him the well played because that was a free dub. Nice, cheeky way to end the video. We're going to hold it. I'll see you in the outro. And that's going to do it for today's video. Here's the deck one more time in case you want to try it out for yourself, which you absolutely should. Sometimes I run decks that are hard or difficult to learn. That is not the case today. So as you saw in today's video, this deck is pretty free. It plays itself, so give it a chance. I promise you'll get a lot of wins. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much more than you know. And I really hope to see you in another video real soon. Peace out!